mama, why you can't have that? I'm overtaking you. Hey, maestro, mama ya chamufa. What's your phone? Guess no mama ya chamufa. Ikwa. What's your? Atasa kwatia. Madina ni service. What's your? Shawaya maba. Wani muti ya miaga. Pa muti ya mjozu. Overtaking you. Hey, maestro, mama ya chamufa. What's your phone? Guess no mama ya chamufa.
Who's uncle at the top?
Yo, Abushia Memo Bibia Kwabedino da so D Randy sexy. Dr. Ren. Thank God it's Friday. And then so Yankupon the Adomi or the Ache. Yasansu Asia Ebim Eye Ene Efiada. The 3rd of October 2025. And the Guswa Menewo Etritrin Eye and Komo Ewo Mefidi Kasi so. Won't subscribe me page no but more than not subscribe ni enkoyenim. Wadi asiye na yendritrim komo ni eni nkomo na yentoa eye ensempa no so wati asiye Zigma memo akwaba abusia de atia ne se bebi a edu no bebi a oman Ghana ya baba bewie no eye se oman no fa ne ntoma pa efra. Yes, oman Ghana fa ne ntoma pa efra. And I think say we all will understand the magnitude and the distractions are the former government and now the Danko Akufo-Addo and call for a jai or my Ghana, essay or my Ghana. DNA the President John Dramani Mahama or reset it Ghana. We all have to support him. If it is about GALAMSEY, a far friend is said the economy who a far assume who I think is the best thing is a Wonsum no ene nipa yenyina yemomodiana yensum ne yemboa abanya wotesui menya ka ne sei na nipa dodo a ehwe me eburu nipa 30 momodiana mon subscribe so won subscribe me YouTube no Dr. Ren TV. Now ensemble and the ACC, thank God it's Friday nso nya du saade ha na ne the Ghana for mano ebinimoka and I'm a person me debo modiana me dema na wonsuoti. Albert Kofi, I'm good and I hope you're also doing great. Yentie Ghana for my wani bi esedi ya we ye de prapra kwem ansana yahye eyedwumedi no ankasa ase yentie.
Atasa kwatia Madina ni service. Shawaya maba wani muti ya miaga. Pa muti ya mjozu. Overtaking you. Shawaya maba. Hey, maestro, mama ya chamufa.
Yo, the Ghana for
guess no mama ya chamufa. Ikwa. Atasa kwatia. Madina ni service. Shawaya maba wani muti ya miaga. Pa muti ya mjozu. Overtaking you. Chihuahua maba. What you Hey, maestro, mama ya chamufa.
Yo, the Ghana for Emma Bia, Womo area, Womo Kusie, Womo Dofu, Womo Air Canono. Thank God it's Friday and everything is allowed when it comes to a Friday. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and Nkoma ye babidi, Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo Wakasembi. Yebesayin so Ashe Galamsey hon sensem. And the president is share Ghana for the civil society. So no more far adwene kwan a solve the Galamsey menace and not the Galamsey problem. Ekosi sen. Dodo no ase nhyimu no nhyimu bia na eho hia. Eyampa. Minister, Attorney General, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, medical doctors, the Ministry of Environment, omunyina kopie mu kyerɛkyerɛ. The dangers a Akufo-Addo ene ne komfo na na kromfo dodo MPP for no year during ne tenure. Anyhow, I destroy your lands and our water bodies. The president Ishiemu no na bishop, Catholic bishops ewo hobi asofofo obi ni me na amemu obi o bakefo ho akwa abafo ho nananom nyina ho ajages ho think tank fo nsu kohyiemu bi esewani ense wo ka kire ensem ni nyina akɔwie ye no president editu dwam ye hunu ne say the fight against Galamsey no a marathon and not a year idea ye we are solving in a year because of a year the neoma abind that no when to me answer no and into problems no any troubles no ados ebi mu ka say president ebe yanka declare state of the emergency. Them say state of emergency no amanfo bebre no ente nneoma ase the president and then call for chire mu led by the last a minister o say nhihye na ye di ato akwa mu no offer the blue water guards offer we revoking mining licenses forest offer water bodies sanjihye we nyina ya dia di pefe abanya watisui all fighting ebie mo so mu declare state of emergency your water bodies nim as a free na kode the asrafo asojafo anopa ewiane anajo benwen ahwe yensuonsuo ni nyina across the nation. Imani Franklin Kujo kan say utimu se president no obo ne homodene ye monsem mfama no na mom no president ene aban omu hie sika omode be fight a friend saying Galamsey and inti obusa say aban sika sempa na ususu se wohia ye de mawa obetimi de afight Galamsey eno de aban no na monsini ama Kofi Boase sika pa omuhia de enka ye de mawo mu a sa sika no ebe Ghana budget ni nyina afini mu nyina budget eje say it is sika ni nyina mo ye nye bi mpo mfa Ministry of Defense nye bi Ministry of Finance nye bi other ministries, which means to say Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo and the MPP really destroyed my Ghana. You see, this Galamsey fight I have demonstrated several times here in the United Kingdom from 2019 to 2024 when Papa Usu Ankuma was the then Ghana High Commissioner here in the UK. Not only me, with other friends, almost Bomodia Ebekanyo. I mean, Emfa Quenya win. I mean, that a Yeminia Mwambeka that time when we were fighting against the GALAMSEY and were demonstrating here in the United Kingdom. Kubegas yedi to UK. Why should we demonstrate? Myself, my brother George, or the Ghana, or Dini holidays, kama. Mamincha Abraham Wusu, Mincha Henry, Mincha Isaac, anyone Moshe more Facebook. Any YouTube for you now quality back now share adewe. You see the fight against GALAMSEY idea na no so, and I'm glad to say fighting GALAMSEY and enhyehyɛ aban de to akwan mu no na ekoye, but then one thing was missing. What was missing? What was missing was the communication aspect. And so I told my brother, Emmanuel Akufo-Addo, that you are doing your best, you are doing well, but if you don't communicate effectively, Ghanaians will think and say you are not doing anything. So clearly, my brother, big brother, Emmanuel Akufo-Addo, it's and civil societies when omuka omuhubo mu and omushia ya president to nsafro mu omushia e the communication aspect. Let's communicate effectively. Maybe Abane finding difficulties, Abane quickly should come out and explain to Ghanaians, because I dream we enya baako for and dani trim. What you say? Aha, it ye to adwene a boa. And we are finding lasting solutions to solve our own problems, because the problems are created by us and we have to solve the problems ourselves. And into communication aspect, another thing, illustrations, because so far in most of the rural communities between the ages of less than a year, friend is saying 16 years. And so I told the minister, why don't we have visuals, illustrations? Na ebia, father say Ghana musicians, gospel musicians, secular musicians coming out and also doing songs that would deter people from engaging themselves in GALAMSEY activities. Now, ofan komoya many woody enwa. Ubekas o. Na adie na obi tunyum fa GALAMSEY huwa ebeye. These are some of the ways it leads to what? Creating awareness. Because there are many ways it creating awareness. It is sending message across for people to know, say, engaging in illegal mining or mining in our river bodies or in our forest is destroying our very existence as a human being and as Ghanaians. Etienne, Emmanuel Akufo-Addo and in Nasi, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, and in Nasi, the nyom aba bontene a omo abomodene a de atodwa senia ye nyina na ye tie bi no na ye de tutututu ye hofo ka kire ye busuam. Sorry, enya nwum we ya momfa nche na ye de tu ye hofo na eja ye bomodene a sese ne ye be bia no ye be stopo GALAMSEY. Enti ene Emmanuel Akufo-Addo ene ne nkofo any enyumom dia babontin kakra eni and kakra a little bit na we are many some na no back to yourself bro we this all right what would I open you hey oh my God usika kakra wo penti wo man no ensei usika kakra wo penti nti wo man no ensei yensei yensuo yensei yensase This is one of the many ways it creates awareness on the fight against Galamsey. Of course, a final enforcement say a year the Attorney General ebe punish one more di pefe Professor Frimpong book nim no say omu di yewu through Galamsey no and a friend is saying the ababe to Dwane say minister say senior tibia no sorry my main call a friend is saying the Attorney General or say I have ordered Chairman Wontumi to show up on Monday. Should he not, I will order his arrest. Say, according to the Attorney General, Akoretinga Ayeni, and say, I have been hard on him. Obibia would, attest to it to say, I have not been, soft on a year, Dr. Akoretinga Ayeni. All because I believe say adwuma na ide ahye ne nsa no so otimi ye na eso oman Ghana fo nyina ani eso ye nyina ani a yebebo na yebebo ye den yebebo ye nsem di ama no eso ye nyina ani a yebe praise no and into one of the reasons I dey odi aba abontin no quickly omo keka wo mo ho and I like the way President John Mahama can say yemfa janto omo na ase na yemmo omo mbɔ hyew and ten mo a na wo muntimi ye den kinkenya wo mo ho no monye de omuntumi solve the problem, you know. And pempi, some people become a bit relaxed when they get power. And one of the ways say as citizens, you know, even if you are an NDC member, if you see something which is wrong, you have to say it. Because you can pegana ni and your political party in the ye pemamuni ye because we are competing with other countries. Like I keep saying, we compete with Nigerians, with France, with England, with Germany, with Americans, with Chinese, with Australians, other countries. It is say a dear bit to me about modern abua ama o maino etumpon. Otia say sa pepepe. And these are the many reasons in tia yemubino yebo modernia say ede. Yes, support to abai we se odi enhyehye na odi agu akwan mu no obetimi abomodian na wama nani akɔ na wetimi a fight Galamsey no. Now in all this the minister Amaboa eka asɛm bi. Now asɛm a minister ne kan no yentie ne ye o say minister ne say for the past 8 years no excavator brought into the country went through DVLA registration. This is coming from the minister. Emmanuel Amakofibua. Tiemiye. I say, the ayaki can we are nyina. Excavators ye de back room 8 years under Akufo-Addo no. And go through the DVLA registration process. So which means that cars akese no machines akese no de back Ghana no. Emu bie ni wa ye licensing ye. Emu bie ni wa ye register ye. And is a car ni bo obi a ana se car no ukoye nwa adwuma na ebia atorenche bi to wa insurance ni ho wawu a wawu nkwase ewu. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, I thought he said he was a lawyer. I thought he said that you see Akufo-Addo were in real law school. He is a person that he was fortunate to have relatives in higher positions. You didn't share, baby. Throughout, your man is coming to be in the law fair. Or practice. He has no law certificate. Of course, when we and your chain on your pamono. Your pamono free Oxford. And I never panam call France. And acquire apprenticeship a law fair. I want to this year the French kakakranka and actually no yɛde Ghana it be a law firm at the man and Kwabena Japan it is sad and see I'm not making things up here because I don't make up things. I say what it is. Now, if you think about what the minister is saying, some people must be punished. For 8 years, no excavator brought into the country went through DVLA registration. Na ye hwan adwuma. Na ye hwan adwuma. You see, we all want Ghana to become like France, Germany, UK. But you see, these countries, no, and yet in discipline, and on the chrono, they discipline themselves. They punish corrupt people. They punish lawbreakers. The law is the spirit of a country. Ekrobiano, when laws no, the human conscience comes alive. That is why we don't joke with laws. But you see, the so-called lawyer toiled with the lives of Ghanaians. No discipline. And this is coming from the minister. And I hope the Attorney General, Akoretinga, is listening. People must be punished. How come the DVLA did not license or register these excavators? TME. How come the minister, then Minister for Lands and Natural Minister for Lands and whatever, Forestry, and Timi Ambomodiamayan registered these things. People were receiving salaries, taxpayers' money, public funds for no work done. They go, leave their homes, tell their wives and children, I'm going to work. They go and sit down, and then they expect every month to be paid. No job done. The then Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu-Jinapo, was as useless as Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. See the things I hear. No wonder excavator ewo krom baby bia beko bia. I told you Akufo-Addo is a useless old man who came to fulfill the scriptures. John 10:10. They came to steal, they came to kill, and they came to destroy the nation Ghana. And when I see young men and young women trying to join these political party, Akufo-Addo, Kenofuya Tamone, JB Dankwa, I pity you guys. Learn the history and let history guide you so that you know exactly which political party to join. To the thousands of excavators Ebefa Ghana for 8 years, no registration. I was telling somebody, I said, you know why Akufo-Addo, when he came, a doom pempen sobi, making sure say, oh, a friend is saying, barriers no, ufa baby so, and then the engineer stop over. The barriers are well all open. People can go about their activities. No police checkpoint here and there. I was telling somebody, said, in under Akufo-Addo, a lot of drugs are free Mexico, Eba Africa, went through Ghana. And because he wanted to facilitate these bad kolebu powder and tea, and the Emma police, if only no police checkpoint, so that they can easily move the opium, the cocaine, and those hard drugs through the system. Akufo-Addo That's onion be kwa. There be. The obey biano na be wo. And you see, we checkpoint to be no near Cassia the excavator be caught. The moves as an excavator near the Quahun crack our him. When your ma were him. The excavators night Nam Ghana over thousands of excavators. What Ghana in 8 years no, you are registered. Well, Presidency continue putting fire under our feet to win the fight against GALAMSEY. Mahama tells CSO's faith-based organization, we shall put more fire. But we are also expecting that the people are say the havoc, the dangers, they should be punished. Now, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo wakoka sembi. But before I become Nana Addo Akufo-Addo asem, let me say this about this young man. I like him so much. The Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amoakohene. You see, leadership is about creativity. Leadership is about making way where there seems to be no way for your people. And if you can't make way for your people will start moaning, your people will start crying. And I'll give you an example. The story of Moses is there. When he was leading the Israelites, when it got to a point in time, because he was not that clever leader, he couldn't make a way for the Israelites. So the Israelites were complaining to Moses, and he gave up. What happened? They could not reach the promised land. Leadership, you must be prepared to, at any point in time, adjust and make way for the cry of your people. Now, what is this I make about this young man, Dr. Frank Amoakohene? Osha siya obeye minister, osio ye DBB de Ashanti Festival. Ashanti Region Festival. Owie osio ye DBB de Ashanti Regions in DN school, DN quiz bi. Owie osio ye DBB de football under 17. Or the Dimusa is making way for the people and making sure that the youth in Ashanti region will be engaged so that the devil will not find a work for their idle hands. Now, listen here. Through a niyama there is something bia on the GTV. Now I'm having a banter on social media. And he talked about TV license. And also we're trying the TV license. And so he's asking all his people to also pay their TV license. A the now for no almost the ministry no almost started so almost share paying TV license. Now, ministers are paying TV license. Now, chief executive officers are paying TV license. Now, other CEOs are what? Paying TV license. Elvis Bichia. Kofi Frimpong Mwakwama. Ransford Bichia. Noguno Bichia. Nana K. Bichia. Other people also add the 8-year TV license. Ways and means to raise revenue for GTV. A TV license. Can you imagine saying your TV license, people paying their TV license and getting the GTV to also perform to their best of ability? GTV will also be a source of a generation, a friend is saying, outlet for government. Abani betimi aka say GTV there omo programs omo ye kra no omo betimi aton bi kra de ama other people, not necessarily only in Ghana but outside Ghana. You see, MPP Ghana for nyuma ewo amanone and time fasika emuedu e de breye. Because so South Africa, Ghana for nyuma ewo ho eye ankrankra nyuma nketinketi wo botire wo ye bibi nketinketi. But nyuma etai no South Africa ne say ye bia sorry die. But over South Africa, nyuma ewo Ghana Oma bie companies akese omo employ nkofo omo ane kura MTN omo ane kura multi choice omo ane kura these shopping centers. So for us to be able to build our society, we must build our people as well. It should be a deliberate attempt. It should not be like we want our country to be like America, France, Germany, Australia, but we are not yet prepared to sacrifice to build a nation. You see, it should not be like it's a business as usual. Everything is normal. Because you see, under Akufo-Addo, they made everything normal. One of the politicians I had greater faith in him was Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. And I was thinking that he will come and reset the nation so that others will come and continue. But not knowing Addo Akufo-Addo was a criminal, a thief, a gold mafia. And I'm not making these things up. And I'm not the one saying it. Ufa a year Al Jazeera. I'm say Akufo-Addo a gold mafia. Or a 419. To GALAMSEY. A G gold, a ton gold. A Lester Matthias, a kaye. Na nabedi etuo asanti bedi etuo. Na no quick. I say, Oma a year Al Jazeera for warning. Omo retracted story, no. Na asanti bedi etuo. I thought to say, Bianca. Oh, una Al Jazeera, no. Al Jazeera for be retracted story, no. But of course, Oma retracted story. Ebesi ne nyina okomo news portal. Edaho Ghana's president, and they don't mind the former president. Ghana's president, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, a gold mafia. Edaho. When Yashi Amanasio or Bayanso be say your my Ghana din. The morals, ethics, discipline in the country is absolutely broken. It is breathtaking driving at night. There were more cars driving with 40 lights than with functioning lights. That is why this is coming from my brother George. He's in Ghana having his holidays, enjoying his holidays. And that is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's grandson. Now, I always talk about him. I told you, say he is my cousin. Kwame Nkrumah. Yes, his father was the main person on the Kwame Nkrumah 2 coin after the 1966 coup. And before the 66 coup, a very young, smart Ghanaian. That's my uncle, Nyamike, Neba, George. Now, thank you, bro, for your contribution. Or comment too. Now, I have always been saying, we need to build our nation. Morally, ethically, we need to build our nation. Because you see, the dangers are this JB Dankwa Dombo people, the MPP people, no, I or my own. People don't really think, say, we want to be patriotic. No. People want to grab. Because one kwenya bia. Ebeka se one bobra. So you see, when you are talking about Akufo-Addo, people will come and say, oh, now, oh papa, oh papa, oh papa. I keep telling you, say Akufo-Addo no ye kromfo or more bra. Sikebia wenya wa Ghana bia no wie free Ghana. Or more bra. They stole what belongs to you and I. They made money out of the nation Ghana. And you see, they have no shame. After stealing us, no this cannot be go abrochiri, no more tia abrochiri. Bedi Etua is here in London. Today he went to another function. After destroying the nation that they claim they built for 8 years, they've left the nation. And they are gallivanting or globetrotting across the world. They've left the nation. Just 8 months. Just 9 months. I thought they said they built Ghana. And if somebody has built a nation, and yet easy for you to destroy the nation in 8 months, so why are they running away? Because nothing was built. Nothing was built. But you see, they use words. So when you sit somewhere and you hear Agenda 111, you might think, say, Akufo-Addo built 111 hospitals with just 7 to 1 building. When you planting for food and job, but you say they created jobs and then they fed the nation. Nothing was done. Oti one district, one factory. You might think, say, Akufo-Addo build factories in each and every district. Where are the factories? He went to Dr. Papa Kwesi Say, Okofa, the factory, what KEAA or so. Commander Edna Eguafo Abrim. Now Papa Kwesi say, this is my company. Why do you want to change my company into one district, one factory? I'm not going to agree. Ewana de Koko Apai. Okovota region, Dr. Indum, toilet Tibia will see you, public toilet Tibia will see no Volta region. No makwa ko painting home. Say a Akufo-Addo. And I will say, I'm be free soon. Come on, Ghana University, Legon, Edin, Edi Ayo Mudin. Say, come on, Bessisan. And can be no. And go be because university where they Akufo-Addo mebusian for na build here. They don't build nothing. They like naming ceremonies. They build nothing. Now, I want to ask lawyers, Moshami, a quite ben so, and you bet to me the Akufo-Addo, court. And I'm willing and ready to lead. All that I need is the legal direction. That's all. I want to sue Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I need the legal direction. Now, maybe a story be I'm a because that is the reason why I may pass a legal direction. Because Akufo-Addo has 2 years, less than 4 months. Obie no betimi de Akufo-Addo court be. The indemnity clause will protect him. And after 2 years and some months, 3 months, Akufo-Addo, one for now court ne, one for now tumu ne, Obie no betimi na kwakotum till thy kingdom come. And even if thy kingdom come, untimi fa ne nkotum. That is why I may be such a judges no way, lawyers no way. Because you see, the Eko Nanado was part of it. So I am one say Dr. Ayenini Akoretinga, the Attorney General, Etiwo, not the brain, the man who destroyed Ghana, is still walking around. We see him at state functions, we see him at funerals, We see him traveling to America, London, coming back, enjoying his holidays. We see him being paid with taxpayers' money. And we see nurses crying, junior doctors wanting to go on strike. And yet we use the public funds to go and pay a useless man who for 8 good years took the nation into the dark days. That is why I keep saying Akufo-Addo is the most useless, not Ghanaian, the most useless human being, the most useless old man. Now let's listen to Akufo-Addo. Let me read it to you. He says, a dark moment of my presidency. Akufo-Addo speaks on Ghana's debt restructuring. Now let's read it. Come along with me. I say, former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has described Ghana's debt restructuring effort under the G20 framework as one of the darkest moments of his presidency. According to a report by myjoyonline.com, the former president said the exercise occurred at a time when most Ghanaians were engulfed in financial hardship. Speaking at the AU-EU high-level seminar in Brussels on October 2nd, 2025, Akufo-Addo said that although the program brought temporary relief, its impact continues to linger on both the economy and the citizenry. See, I witnessed the suffocating grip of debt on our economy and on our citizens. This deeply troubled me and still does, he shared. DDEP, those who have lost their monies will recover in a year or two, Finance Minister to Ghanaians, he added. And when Ghana opted for the G20 common framework, the journey was tough and painful, but ultimately yielded positive results, enabling the country to restructure $13 billion in Eurobonds in 2023 and secure $10.5 billion in external service relief through 2026. The process was sequential, not simultaneous. It prolonged uncertainty. It eroded investors' confidence, and it inflicted a heavy cost at home that was a dark moment for me as a president, he stated. He further called for bold and strong debt repayment reforms for Africa, insisting that it should be treated not as charity, but as justice, the report added. So this is Akufo-Addo. According to him, a dark moment for the presidency, the debt restructuring program. Now, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. What he is failing to tell Ghanaians is that he killed Ghanaians. He deliberately ekum Ghana for through the debt restructuring. Ukum enkofo mu tipen te se wono. Enkofo mu ne efi ete se wono. Ukum wo. This is a man who came on national television and told the whole nation Ghana that there is not going to be any debt restructuring. That is what Akufo-Addo told us. Not lie or not true? Mibusamu Ghana for Akufo-Addo TV so say there is not going to be any haircut at that time The then a shadow minister for finance Akufo-Addo and say Akufo-Addo baba restructuring or baba haircut. Now Akufo-Addo debt restructuring no ebe affect pensioners. Akufo-Addo come and sit with us. Ni entoa to adwene ni ma wapanchra unkonkonko ye haircut na ebe affect pensioners. Any woman or save wo sika. Akufo-Addo say ni nua kenofuyata eko suku wa American tea wa bene it will nimne ye. Now there's not going to be any debt restructuring. The entire nation, we believed his story. Just like a baby who believes the story of the parents. Ye jidiye mebono ni mabawa enkokrafo timemufo eji Akufo-Addo asem ni diye. Eni nansa edi na watwe. Se na watwe baya okay. Ye wa afei wo mo musika e wa aban mu. Emre na so se edi nsi hu be mo no menya musika no menya mo nsi hu no. Afei omo nsa nka. Afei wo be ko banka unisika da ho no a ne nsa nka amanfo kasa Akufo-Addo brabonti na beka na oka said there's not going to be any haircut. Papa no oka said there was not going to be any haircut. Wamfa paso, wamfa blade any afio, or the sick kind of kotokruku, and a kotokru do na can say, or the sick kind hammer, pickers, and would be or the be Ghana footing, Ghana for papa footy, rough, kunko for bibri, or say any, a idea, a hantino, inya hantino. You'll be calling say owo mbefa ne nko enso owo no embefa no obete woni widiem obefili woni hunamu because a deliberate thing or the debt restructuring wasn't necessary. It was an act of cruelty. It was an act of cruelty. And it was not necessary. Because Ankotie Atofos asem at the time and debt restructuring. So that debt restructuring now no. But out of cruelty, let's consider the amount of money embezzled from state coffers. And then Oko eye yokoa MPP fo bebre no a omu wi a ye boy ye nkrono kan ho a sa amane fun we to ye omu nam yoko no mo pa che se osika no omu wi a no betuemu 20% 30% we wi 100% to o so the 20% 30% na ebre ye. I mean we say Akufo-Addo say why now? Why this public admission? Because nsamanfo no hano nkokrafo no omuwu ye no omo hante no oda ona. And I'm telling you, it's not say be I'm making things up. Ono an ebusuafo ni bi so oda na okekem na otiantie. O fedro kra wontimi na. Tun so betina badwemu a no you saw the video, me dey to me Facebook. Owudini. And that is why I'm asking the lawyers, say, a coin be anywhere befa so, say president, a child yentro, say embe ye debt restructuring, na adichin ye pe, no affair chire. He was not honest to us. He deceived us. He lied to us. That is why I'm asking you people. He deliberately invited the problem. It's the same way they did to building the so-called cathedral. Their thought was of evil. I said cathedral there. Dagi what mills they be I will see cathedral. I didn't know Akufo-Addo cathedral there. When to means I didn't ponu a tie cathedral it you know. Then your papa. Abrantia ya were your architect, many in Sano, many in Tino. The guy the former wife, David Ajayi, the former wife, ne Brian, Madame Fopa, Nana, or a pilot cry with UK. Or a gay, David Ajayi, or a gay, and a lifestyle. Na papa we any day a cathedral. A question is I say, ye see the Yankupon. Na dynamo designs, you know, architectural work, you know, the person won't away my. Abraham Yankupon can Leviticus and Deuteronomy as a bibisa Leviticus, right? Say bear man, which one bo Adam, any Adam no, one bo Adam ni Steve, ni mother bo Adam ni Eve. So no woman ni a woman di cathedral ne babe. Cathedral no. The moment document Japa document na mo kinkan ye no. Eno ni yenwie you a Japa document na mo kinkan ye no. Ye wo part 3 wo book ni mu. Oh yes. A Japa document ye wo part 3 wo. Where they will allow marriages of same sex in Ghana. A Japa document. Part 3. Yes. We catch them say Japa document. Nipa wo de ma making kind Dr. Papa Kwesi Indu. Asakra ansana Lady Julia ede kwa koma aya ibia ababa we bia ono no wo tititi ha baby e wo UK. Me mboni din on my platform is. Design Japa document no. Sen komo build sa national cathedral ni wie ya enke ho ana nke de be same sex marriage. You have no idea about this family. And you see the way I will destroy your mind, Ghana. Wickedness. And you see, I just want to tell His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, yes, it's good to be nice. It's good to say you're a former president. It be a function, be state function, you know, you want to invite him. The papa. But you see, you don't invite a devil to events. No. And this short devil, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, must be banned from all public events and public speaking in Ghana. Abroad, they wait to me, I can do your PBR. Who made the mistake? We keep making mistakes by giving him platforms. Now, no, Okwaje Mike, no akasa, Joma Amabai, who so, Joma Amabai, no, never shame, Koso. Let me tell you, I see Joma Amazu, or the statutory there and there, a bit Tiano Bosumi Bia there and there. Meanwhile, under or no 8 years. Statutory payment, as the mat Joma Ama, when Tiada Koda, when Tiad not even a day, when Tiada Koda. When Tiadakoda. And yet, John Mama always want to show, say, or no, the chichi chatter, I see you. Or person, yeah, be to say, or they were dobia, hey, tunrebia. You don't smile with the enemy. You don't show your teeth to the enemy. And as far as I'm concerned, you can call me or describe me any name you want. Over 200 people watching me on YouTube. You can describe me any names you want, but I want to tell you, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, and in the Busiafo, the Lucifer of Ghana. They are the fifth column of our nation. They are the destroyers of our nation. John Dramani Mahama, after 8 years in opposition, he lived and stayed in a year Ghana with the family. They lived in Ghana. The man schooled in Ghana. And now the Dangwa Akufo-Addo. I told you people say, Orie Ghana noa, Obewa betena brochire, ontena Ghana. As far as they are concerned, Ghana is a shithole to them. I keep telling you, Ross, man, see, that's Mama's problem. Always find boy things. And as I'm telling you, if you're about one, have you forgotten in 2012? Election 2008, yeah, two abawi ya Akufo-Addo winning. Obedwane betina UK kroma. Yeah, babeto about 2012 and obaye. Olusu ye obetina UK. Somebody was odo mine. Now Olusu election, and you stay there. You will travel the length and breadth of the country. Ondo Krono. And they force themselves to say domain or domain. But genuinely, they don't love the nation Ghana. I'm telling you, believe me, I'm not making things up. You've not seen some of the documents, the things of Akufo my Ghana. You have no idea. Because you see, when they destroyed our water bodies, Akufo-Addo was importing water. And I did videos many times here on my social media. So Akufo-Addo is importing water. When I started, people thought I was lying. So now Joy FM for from me, now Radio Gold, no more. And I gave all the evidence to them. So this is the water I'm more importing. This is the thing, this is the thing, this is the thing. So by you can be a watchman. They imported water. You can Google under Akufo-Addo, no more imported water from London and Italy and Holland. Obi domain wa. We are sure so be treat your mind say when he says I put my presidency on the line. Jomama won't can be, but we can see how our more fight GALAMSEY. Na say crowd ye chichi nkofo no am ebusa mo say sisi nkofo bebre no ya chichi no ensa wo mu kra no ye benya baby dia omakogu ana because nkofo a the lands minister ene ne nkofo e chichi wo no 9 months fo ne chichi wo no enya easy o does papa but the Akufo-Addo no they came to steal. This is a man who chopped monies meant to build God's church. Anado. The entire 8 years of the presidency was full of darkness. Full of darkness. Na bibiankoso. Omo ye ya de ko share Russia Ukraine war afi omo free so ye say enye Russia Ukraine war na ye omo ankasa ne yo because emra na o man ne ho kire no na Akufo-Addo renting private jet £14,000 an hour. Don't worry about kubia no na o man Ghana £14,000. And o man wi asika ni bi ma boys ni bebre ekura private jet oh. That former MD for ECG. Oh, you see private jet. Yes. Some private jet, you know, a friend is saying, a brand here or no McDonald use you. Akufo-Addo private jet. Omo ko hunta behind the scenes. Yes. Some plane no na Akufo-Addo de be see Ghana. Esi wa ekwa wie ye chena plane to koba ya painting home for fresh Akufo-Addo flight. Obo man, you're the man McDonald. Omo ko hunta behind the scenes. But man ne krono wiaye. Akufo-Addo pe ene nipa obeye president na COVID-19 aba. Ne wo Ghana Health Service. Ghana Health Service wo ho. Ye wo no Gucci for wo ho. Na Akufo-Addo de COVID-19 ho contract. Edi ama bedi etuo yire ne wofa Peters. Na bedi etuo yire wofa no. Onim die bia wo health hu. No so subcontract Ghana Health Service. Ejuma no ese o man ne de ma Ghana Health Service no. Na se bio emfaso bi mpo ba akire a. Enya ho mfaso no. Akufo-Addo tam contract no koma bedi etuo yire. Sa bedi etuo ya me de ne picture ato social media a blast ya viral no a. Ebi won't asia. COVID-19 buy no. The year wafa and a year contract no. It is will be free US, UK, Ghana, no $150. A Korea Peters over $10 million as a $17 million as profit. Ghana sika enya do 4 million. Subcontract now contract here and do 4 million. Taxes is saying no. Wickedness of Akufo-Addo. And today when I share videos of Bedi to people, and obi nimo keep that advice to yourself. I'm sorry. You don't understand. Senka papa anawu si anawu nibika omo domestic debt exchange program no omo kanwo ni bia enka won kasa. Look how Akufo-Addo wickedly with his cousin Ken Oforiatta. Omo share busia onetna eye the golden stool ne so. No me nyina ba be kesen nsa. I'm telling you, I'm not making things up here. No. Share busiano Oforiatta ono yo hini o. Forget the no papa no no okeka brofo bibi no. I'm waiting for repaying sa papa no forget no. Abusiani shia Ken Oforiatta ne hini. Oh yes. Ono ne grandfather and ne ye hini ankasa. To shia ono ne hini. Omo somo no. Buy almost a America into me now. Be into me now. I'm waiting for the day Ghana officers, military officers, a year Ghana High, a year American High Commission, a year Juma at the Papanaba, because they are Interpol for. Yes. We know Oka Akufo-Addo with no remorse, lying hypocrite. So there guilt or what? Sympathy in your dark heart. How can you sit around today shedding crocodile tears when he was the preamble, when he was perambulating in a luxurious chartered private jet? And they will say, soon Ghana form fan channel. And that is why I keep telling Ghanaians to say, don't be deceived by their crocodile tears. Don't be deceived when you see them walking with stick. Don't be deceived when you see them with backpack. Don't be deceived. I saw Ken Oforiatta here in London cracking bones in a Chinese restaurant. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. And you see, that is why I keep telling this government, John Dramani's government, that they ought to be serious. When you see him walking like this, don't be deceived. Do not be deceived. Once they stand strong and you give them another opportunity, they will still steal the nation Ghana. I'm telling you. I am telling you. If you give them another opportunity, they will do the same. Their parents did the same in 1966 to 1969. They did the same. Do not be deceived. But Ghanaians as they are, and these people will come back in the next 20, 30 years because they have stolen billions of dollars. They will use it to train up their children to come and occupy positions. And that is why I keep telling you. And we must tell the story each and every day. Without fail, we must tell the story. We must tell the story religiously so that people don't forget. We must tell the Akufo-Addo story. How wicked he was to the nation Ghana. We must tell the story. How Ken Ofori-Atta came to destroy Ghana through the banking cleanup exercise. We must tell the story. We must not forget. Because we made a mistake in 1966. And they destroyed a great man who was building Ghana, and not just Ghana, but our entire continent of Africa. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was building Ghana and also Africa. They came and they destroyed him. They lied about him. They did everything within their power to see the overthrow of the great Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. That is why some of us religiously I talk about this family. Because you might think that, Tupac said something. I'll make sure that all your kids don't grow, because once your child grow up, they will take up the same story and do the same thing. That is the Akufo-Addo's family. That is the Ken Ofori-Atta's family. That is the J.B. Dankwa's family. Because of power, their own cousin was killed and murdered because of power. I'm telling you, these people, they are walking in Ghana as if they love Ghana. They don't love Ghana. Their heart is full of bitterness. Their heart is full of greed, wickedness. And that is why I keep telling you, I'll be careful of them. Because you see, the more you invite them, the more they recruit people, the more they will groom people, the more they will train people, and the more the people will become like them. Because that is what they want. That is exactly what they want. And when you listen to Kama Pharmaceutical, Utieno, the CEO of Kama Group in Semwa Wakai, and I'll leave you with it. Yentiena Sem Asemwa Wakai, Efa Akufo-Addo.
I'm a pensioner. And all my money, I must confess, I know I'm on air. The money that I saved to take care of my pension time has been taken over by the banking cleanup.
I wish you don't subscribe to me YouTube now, but be a part of the family. Why? I don't forget not subscribe.
I am a pensioner. And all my money, I must confess, I know I'm on air. The money that I saved to take care of my pension time has been taken over by the banking cleanup. So I don't have my money to support such a wonderful book. And if I tell how much that I saved for over 30 years to take care of my position now, you weep for me. And I get nervous. At my age, to picket at Minister of Finance. Because the legitimate money that I made has been taken over and I'm not being paid. Meanwhile, it's gone to Parliament. Within the budget that they are paying us, they have been paid. About 800 of my people have died. Others have got stroke. And when we meet, you see a lot of our people in wheelchairs. That's what the government wants us to be. That's what you want me to be. My right-hand side of my mind told me that save, continue to save, towards the future. Now, I cannot even afford 1,000 cedis to buy this wonderful book. I'm the chairman, so I'm forced to buy it. I am a pensioner, and all my money, I must confess, I know I'm on air. The money that I saved to take care of my pension time has been taken over by the banking cleanup. So I don't have my money to support such a wonderful book. And if I tell you how much that I saved for over 30 years to take care of my position now, you weep for me. And I get nervous. At my age, to pick it as Minister of Finance. Because the legitimate money that I made has been taken over and I'm not being paid. Meanwhile, it's gone to Parliament. Within the budget that they are paying us, they have been paid. About 800 of my...
Meanwhile, it has gone into the budget that they are paying us. Meanwhile, they haven't paid. They've not paid, though, but they put it inside the budget, say a tier, just to lie the nation. They destroyed their banks, so. And they turn back and tell the nation, oh, we've paid their monies. Meanwhile, they've not paid. They put it inside the budget so that tomorrow when you are reading the Hansard will tell you that, oh, we paid, but they've not paid. You see what I was telling you about the one district, one factory? The same way they wanted to go and take in Katia a factory or company. See, there be. I'm building a company. You want to come and use it as one district, one factory. Are you listening? The same thing they did using the banking cleanup exercise wickedly. And today, when you see Asante Bedie too, a friend says stick Edinama, you are saying, oh, Obi in him, shut.
At my age, to pick it as Minister of Finance. Because the legitimate money that I made has been taken over and I'm not being paid.
This was his last public appearance.
To Parliament.
That they are paid.
Within the budget.
That
they are paying us.
They are paying us.
They haven't paid. About 800 of my people have died.
800 of my people have died.
Others have got stroke. And when we meet, we see a lot of our people in wheelchairs. That's what the government wants us to be. That's what you want me to be. My right hand side of my mind told me that save
for my nation.
Continue to save towards the future. Now, I cannot even afford 1,000 cedis to buy this wonderful book.
Let me pause here. When John Mahama was president, and then we had Ebola epidemic on the continent of Africa, in the wisdom of John Mahama, he resourced the pharmaceutical industry. Karma Group was part of it. NS Chemist was part of it. Tobinco was part of it. He gave them government support as indigenous Ghanaian businessmen in the pharmaceutical industry. He supported them. Now, guess what? Nana Akufo-Addo came and collapsed the same people's businesses. This is very sad. How wicked can their family be? But that is who they are. It's like telling Lucifer to change. How can Lucifer change? I'm asking a question. How can Lucifer change? Answer me. Lucifer will remain Lucifer. And the more he lives, the more he will do evil. That is the family of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. That is the family of the JB Dankwes. That is the family of Ken Ofori-Atta. Don't forget what the Ken Ofori-Atta #1 did. What Ken Ofori-Atta #2 did. And what Ken Ofori-Atta number 3 did. Don't forget. Don't forget what William Akufo-Addo's father did. And don't forget what his son Akufo-Addo has also done. Don't forget. Don't forget it. Don't forget how J.B. Dankwa betrayed Kwame Nkrumah and Co. Don't forget it. And that is why when I talk about these people, you guys think I'm just, why are you talking about them? I'm just trying to let you know that we should even ban their family not to occupy any public position in our nation. And I'm being serious. They've destroyed our country. Now always. And today, look what has happened. This man, that was his last public appearance. He also passed away. He told you about his colleagues, his friends, 800 people that Akufo-Addo killed. He told you. I'm not making it up. Or you think I'm lying? Let him say it again.
Now, you weep for me. And I get nervous. At my age, to picket as Minister of Finance.
I'm not making it up. Listen.
Because the legitimate money that I made has been taken over and I'm not being paid. Meanwhile, it's gone to Parliament within the budget that they are paying us. They have been paid. About 800 of my people have died.
So now you know I'm not making it up. About 800 of my people have died. Who killed them? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his cousin Ken Ofori-Atta through the banking cleanup exercise killed 800 Ghanaians. Little did he know that he was going to be added to the dead. He is also dead. Dead and buried. Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name D Sexy, D Ren, Dr. Ren. This is where time will permit us. God bless our homeland Ghana, make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever. God willing, tomorrow, if we get the chance, we'll come your way and speak to you. Assalamu alaikum. Enjoy your weekend. Peace. Love you all. Hey, Florence Hammer, thank you. Now wins, thank you, all of you that came to support. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and put the notification bell on. Thank you. One love.